hours after a New York judge ordered two of the largest fantasy sports operators to shut down in New York. That would be DraftKings and FanDuel. Well, they won on appeal, so they can continue to operate while the case continues. Randy Mastro is the attorney representing DraftKings. Welcome, Randy. Good to see you.
Pleasure to be here.
So your argument was that playing these games over on football, it's a strategy and skill game. That was your argument. It's not gambling, and you won.
Without question, it's a skill game. Anyone who plays it, and there are millions of Americans and hundreds of thousands of New Yorkers who love it, knows the skill and strategy. You are functionally a general manager or owner of a fantasy team that you select under a salary cap and then put into competition with others' teams. That is the essence of a skill game.
The appellate court accepted your argument. They said, yes, it is strategy and skill. It's not gambling.
Well, fortunately, the appellate court granted us an emergency stay so that hundreds of thousands of New Yorkers can continue to enjoy the game they love.
So now what?
Well, now we go to a full appeal. There will be interim steps along the way, but this was a necessary first step to establish what we firmly believe will be the ultimate finding, that fantasy sports, daily fantasy sports games are absolutely legal under New York law.
You know what the ultimate conclusion to this is going to be, don't you? You know what it is. The government has an insatiable demand for money, and they will tax it and regulate fantasy sports because they want the money.
Well, that is tomorrow's issue. Today's issue is to make sure that the courts recognize its legality, because the New York Attorney General has been trying to shut down a game that New Yorkers have enjoyed for the better part of a decade. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I say it's illegal gambling. It isn't. It's paying an entry fee to participate in a contest for a predetermined prize amount, like golf tournaments and tennis tournaments and the like. And that is why, ultimately, because it's a game of skill and it is a contest where you pay an entry fee to get a predetermined prize, that we will win.
I'm with you. I'm with you all the way. But you won't win in the end, because there'll be a deal. And the deal will be, hey, you give us a little bit of money, we'll regulate you just a little bit, and you can go on and do what you like. But we want some money.
Well, the question you raise is one of government regulation, and we have said we're prepared to work with government for regulation. But legality is out of the question. It's absolutely legal.
Do you agree with me that at the end of the day, they'll get some money out of fantasy sports?
I think that states that have permitted different forms of games typically, when they regulate them, ask for a piece. But that is not what we're about today. The issue today is about legality, and daily fantasy sports games are absolutely legal.
Is fantasy sports okay in New York State for the rest of the football season? It's only about 3-4 weeks.
Right. We will be, because the next point at which the appellate court will review the issue will come sometime in early to mid-January.
Okay. Randy Mastro, you argue a very good case, and you won. Congratulations, young man.
Thank you.
That's good stuff. Thanks, Randy. Appreciate it.